Hey everyone, my name is Pawan. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about 3 laws of energy. The first law of energy is that it moves in circle. It moves in spiral. And a very good example of explaining that is whenever you are with someone, whenever you are hanging out with someone, spending time with someone, you might have noticed that afterwards you feel that you have some aspects that you have absorbed from them. Maybe it can be their style of talking, some words they use, and they also pick up certain things of you. Maybe the way you behave, the way you talk. At the core, we are energy. The words we speak, they carry energy. The way we carry ourselves, that is also energy. So there is a constant reciprocation of energy. It doesn't matter if you are spending time with a person who is toxic or who is healthy. Irrespective of that, you will pick up something in return, and they are also being offered your energy. So always be aware that when you are giving someone your energy, remember to observe that what are you absorbing. It's important that you cleanse yourself, and a very good way of doing that is water. When you are taking a shower, just feel that the water is cleansing you of all the energy that you have absorbed. Water is a cleanser and it cleanses energy. So be aware that who are you spending time with, who are you hanging out with, and don't worry too much about it. It's just the basic law of energy. It doesn't mean that you stop hanging out altogether or you just stay alone all the time. It means be aware, be conscious, and see things energetically. The next rule of energy is that everything that you do, every action that you do, the universe responds to that with a reaction. You might have heard this one before. This is very similar to the idea of karma. This is also something we hear in science. But if we see energetically, the energy you put out, the intention behind your energy that you put out, it comes back to you in some way. You might have seen that when you are having a bad day, that something bad happens to you and you respond to it really badly. You do something bad unknowingly because you get irritated, you get angry, and suddenly you go on a spiral where your entire day gets ruined. One thing leads to another thing. You keep doing something that ruins your entire day. It's because again and again the loop is created of action and reaction. And this is a small example. It can happen over the lifetime because you do some things, some deeds that are really bad. And it may take some time, but karma doesn't miss. It will come back to you. And it will come back to you strongly. That's why a lot of people get exposed. They all face their karma, maybe later in their lives, but it's always there. And personally, they also suffer in their lives. They can never be truly happy because their actions are not aligned with higher intentions. So always be aware that what are your intentions, and the energy that you put out is always coming back to you. You might not see it in that way, in that particular manner, but it will come back to you. So don't be on the lookout. Just focus on putting those good intentions out in the universe. The final law that I wanted to share is that the individual energy affects the collective energy, and the collective energy affects the individual energy. We are a collective consciousness. We are a web of consciousness. Everyone is experiencing that consciousness through them. That's how the consciousness is expanding. You, your friend, your family, any stranger that you meet, everyone has the consciousness, and the consciousness is experiencing itself through them. So we all are actually one, and we are experiencing the same thing, but in different way. So what one person does affects the collective web of consciousness. That's why never underestimate your power. Don't think that if I do one good deed, it's not going to help the collective. It is going to help the collective. That is the power of one individual, because he is part of the whole, and it will impact the whole. But on the other side, the collective also impacts the individual. Because we live in the collective consciousness, that also impacts our individual reality. That's also true. But you have the power to surpass that when you awaken spiritually. A person who is not awakened is more under the influence of the collective energy, because the collective energy is really powerful when you don't have your own energetic frame. But when you have your own energetic frame, the collective energy can't influence you that much, because you radiate your own frequency, you embody your own higher frequency, and you influence the collective. But it doesn't mean that you will be free from the collective energy altogether. It will still influence you. It will still try to make you an agent of the matrix. The reason I'm saying this is currently the collective energy that humanity has created is of fear and control. It is of survival consciousness. It is not something of higher consciousness. So that's why you need to remain in your own higher energy by being in connection with your own higher self and put out the energy that brings a shift in the collective consciousness. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, share. You can also support my work by hitting the thanks button. I also offer one-on-one spiritual guidance sessions. You can check out my website. The link is in the description. See you in the next video. Much love to you all.